And we are back yet again. Welcome to episode 2 of April's Monthly Music Unstoppable.
Woo!
How are you doing?
I don't think we have to do that since we just did that on the last one, buddy.
Oh yeah, my best. I like to check in on you. How has it been since like the last?
Yeah. The last few minutes have been good. I'm glad we got mine out of the way. Less anxiety. And
That's fair. Do you feel a
since
lot of
both of my
pressure?
songs, no, I don't feel a lot of pressure, but having to do that thing with the extra songs in there. Thought about, wow, this is gonna up the time on the video. So hopefully we can edit that pretty well. But I'm
I
glad you
wasn't
get to
gonna
go
edit it.
smoothly through your five.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about losing a single song. It
We
kind of
already did it
does
all.
like it kind of does stink because as I was like planning out my subs, I was like, dang, bro, like it'd be kind of nice to have like Stuntman by Tyler, the Creator on there, or like what was it like Snowbank Blues by Backseat. Like there's a couple where I was like, dang, I kind of want those now. Maybe I should purposefully lose the contest,
Should have.
and then
Would
I
have been
just
nice to have my five.
kicked your butt, and so it was embarrassing. But it just means that we don't even have to go over my S tier because both my S tier songs were your songs.
No, we still have to go through the S tier. It's a brand new video, buddy.
Oh my goodness. I guess yes, for those of you that are the type of people that skips episode 1 and goes straight into episode 2, the meat and bones of the thing,
The
we
people that
will
like him more than me for some reason.
yeah, the people that are here for me, we will be playing those songs for you. But this is my tier ranking. I made him look like a little C for you.
Aw.
So so for B tier on the right there, that beautiful pink cover art, I honestly was like kind of scrambling to find my fifth song because there's like a few that I was really liking, and I was like, which one do I want to put in there? But I went with this one because like I like the sound of it. It's different, and I mean you'll see why. But that one is Fish Tank by Harbor, a band that I
For
actually really enjoy.
some reason, that cover scares me. I don't
It's
know. Kind of
terrifying.
gives me like
Oh, it's definitely like
anxiety, I
it's definitely like
guess.
a backrooms type cover for sure.
Yeah.
Horrifying. The one next to that though, and that's why it's lower than Chemical by Post Malone, is just the cover. But yes, that is Chemical by Post Malone. I haven't really like paid attention to Post Malone since like Hollywood's Bleeding, and so I saw that he dropped a new song, checked it out, really liked it enough to put it on my top 5.
Nice.
Above those, I have my A tier, Too Far Gone by Evan Honer. This teetered on an S tier for me, and I think literally the only reason I put it in A tier was because it felt awkward to have only S or B songs, and I needed something on A tier.
Nice,
And
just
then,
throw off the whole ranking system.
yeah, it's the people pleaser in me. And then those of you that have seen the previous video will recognize both those S tier songs as Hasta La Vista by Arizona Zervas and I Don't Know Why by C Money.
Nope.
No, that is Whoa by C Money. Far more superior to I Don't Know Why, and I will be ranking that higher in the top 10.
And you won't get it, so.
But we'll start at the bottom in my B tier with. If I can find it on the playlist. I always lose it. There it is. Fish Tank by Harbor. It's a guitar intro. This should have been yours. It's the guitar month.
Oh,
Yeah.
kicks in.
Yeah. I love his voice too. Just wait.
It's hard to say what I'm missing. They told me it all before, but I don't really care. Listen, and my thoughts down in the kitchen. Spent so many nights alone that I don't even know the difference. I'll be alright, a little unwell since I came around. Contemplate life to chase my dreams or to just lie down.
I love that guitar for it. That electric guitar is so clean. Yeah, it's a B tier for me just because like I don't know, it's a solid song and I really like it, but like that's it. Like what you just heard right there, like that, that's it. The whole song sounds like that. It's a great song, great sound, great guitar, great instruments, everything about it's great, but it's like that's the song. And I think it's just like right there on the B where it's like there's nothing about it that's just like breaking the barrier above the bar. But again, there's nothing about it where it's like I'm hesitant on it, if that makes sense. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I really liked it. It's definitely more my style of music than yours. So, like, what do you kind of think about it?
I do like the sound. To me, those types of songs, and I've told you this off camera, they sound like 13 Reasons Why
Oh
songs. Like
my gosh,
I've,
bro!
but I think what I just realized about why I say that is because they all kind of sound like they're filmed in like an empty room, and it kind of feels like there's a kind of like an echo, kind of like
Yeah,
the entire song kind of feels like it's. I feel like I can picture it being played in a box,
yeah,
and that's where that sound comes from. To me, in my ears, that's what it sounds like.
yeah. And
And
I
I
think
feel like
like,
in 13 Reasons Why, a lot of the songs they play have that same like
yeah,
this sounds like it was recorded in a box and has an echo to it.
and I think like it's not so much 13 Reasons Why, it's that coming of age type film slash
Yeah,
show. Which
yeah,
like
because I could see it in movies too.
some of my favorite movies are those coming of age ones, and like you would easily see this song in like Perks of Being a Wallflower if it was made in
Yeah, that
like
was the
20
first one I
like
thought
late
of.
2010s, like more modern. You would easily see this in like Lady Bird. Like you would see this in a lot of those like what's the book smart, like those movies where it's like more just coming of age, someone just kind of realizing like who they are kind of thing. And I don't know why that always just hits home with me. And so songs that just represent that, it's something that like windows down, sun shining, like that's just something that like I just love to just experience is that with this kind of music. It just makes you feel like you're in a movie, and I just really like that. But
See, and I do love those songs because it reminds me of our time and like,
yeah,
summer 16,
it
17,
takes you back for sure.
because those times were like movies. People on the internet are like, "Oh, tonight was a movie." Those summers felt like movies. We were
Yeah,
out doing hooligan things. We were, driving around at 2 in the morning, getting food, windows down, music blasting. Like those summers felt like movies,
yeah,
and I could see these songs being played as our backtrack.
yeah, no, for sure. And so I'm glad you appreciate it for what it is. Next up we got Chemical by Post Malone. Have you heard this one besides like before this plays or anything?
I have, yeah. I
Okay,
saw when he dropped it.
cool. I really liked it. Oh my gosh, it's a guitar! That's insane. This is another like coming of age feeling song.
True. It'd be like the pickup of the movie.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel the same. Now I'm sitting around waiting for the world to end all day. 'Cause I couldn't leave you if I tried. You break me, then I break my rules. Last time was the last time too. It's fucked up, I know, but I'm still outside of the party, smoking in the car with you. Seven Nation Army fighting at the bar with you. Say that I'm sorry, tell me what I gotta do. 'Cause I can't let go. It's chemical. No, I can't let go. It's chemical.
Oh, such a good song. I
I
love
just
when
love Posty, man.
I love Post Malone so much, and I love his music when he gets like nostalgic. I don't know if you
Yeah.
ever saw the video. It was him singing that like Plain White Tees song, or not Plain White Tees. It was the one song where it was like "Take me to your best friend's house." That one.
Okay.
You know the song I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot think of the name of the band to save my life. But there's literally just a video of him just vibing at like a party, singing that. And I was like, this like 30-second clip, unedited, no instrumentals of him singing this might be one of my favorite songs by him. Like he's got such a good voice and vibe for those nostalgic, like, do you remember Seven Nation Army? You know, do you remember listening to Owl Nation in your car? You know, type, like, just like, if anyone's gonna make a song that's just gonna like make you reflect and just remember those times at like the roller rink listening to like Avicii, it's gonna be Post Malone, and he's gonna
Yeah.
get it 10 out of 10 every time. And so I think, I don't know why it's a B. I think it's just a B, um, because it's the same thing as the last song. Like, there's nothing about it where I'm like, yeah, like,
It's kind of just generic.
it's just generic, and that's nothing wrong. And like in the right mood, like in those moments, like you were talking about, windows down, 2 a.m. These are all S tier songs. You know, if the
Yeah.
vibes are right, this jumps up. But overall, and when I do these tiers, it's just an overall. You know,
Yeah.
it's just generic, but it's still like a good generic. And so I will always love Post Malone, and I
He's
hope,
just such a good, genuine person.
such a good genuine person. And I hope like this is an indicator like of what the next album's gonna be like. Because this isn't on his newest album, is it?
No, this is a brand new song.
That's what I thought. So I'm hoping this is an indicator, because if the whole album captures this whole vibe, like I feel like it might be his best album. Not even in my eyes, but I feel like a lot of people would love what he's doing if he captures that nostalgia that our generation's just constantly chasing after, you know?
I think what he's been doing with his music, because if you look at his first album, if you look at Posty
Mm-hmm.
or Stony, my bad. If you look at Stony and then his last one,
Mm-hmm.
he's changing his music so much.
He's going more pop and like punk.
And he's going it almost feels like in some songs he's going more indie. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's always been wanting to do like country stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but he blew up as like a rapper, and that's what everyone's known him for. He has the tattoos, diamond teeth, he cusses. So people have always looked at him as like a rapper, but
Mm-hmm.
that's not really his genre of music. I don't feel like he really has a genre. He just has I am Post Malone.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like through the years and the more he changes, the more his music changes. I don't know if you've seen, he's skinny now.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a daughter, he's got a fiance. He said he's off drugs, he drinks less. He said he doesn't eat fast food anymore because he's
Yeah.
trying to change his life for his daughter so he can have those few extra years. And I feel like as he changes and grows as a person, his music is also changing and growing, and it's more of his sound
Mm.
than what we heard on Stony when it was more of, rap and
Yeah.
trap type beats.
Quavo, yeah.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's why this feels like such a just like reflective song. Is he's in that stage of life where you are just kind of looking back now. He's got a kid, and it's reminding him of when he was, growing up and stuff. And so I could definitely see where that's making him himself nostalgic. And he clearly captured that vibe right here, on this song. And so I really hope that's what he's going to try for the album, because it would be gorgeous and I would cry.
Yeah.
I would cry most of that album. So
We'd have to go to a show.
we'd have to do a review of it. Like, it's, yeah. Okay. So those are my B tiers. Moving up to my A tier, we have Too Far Gone by Evan Honer. And before it even starts, I'm pretty sure this is another guitar song.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I saw a TikTok playing the song, and it was just on guitar.
Really? I've never heard of it until Spotify. I haven't heard on TikTok.
Throwing up on the sidewalk. It's 2 a.m., everybody left. I just embarrassed myself for an hour. Now I'm sitting in a neighborhood I don't even recognize. I didn't even want to go out. I kinda thought it would help just a little, but I'm lying to myself, cause I know in a week's time I won't try to realize this ain't a way to live. So why does everybody brag about it? I guess it's easier to fill yourself with poison while you're holding on to moments you can glorify. And I've been stuck for a while now, 'Cause I've been saying this for 3 damn years. Am I ever gonna change? Will I make it out alive? Or will I crumble? Will I fall? Will anybody even care at all? Am I destined to be damaged? Am I too far gone? Believe me when I say it ain't fair to feel this way, but I'll poison myself till I'm too far gone.
Such a good song. Yeah, I think it's like a song where I'm gonna get kind of like you when talking about these songs, where it's just like, this is me, and like I can relate to this, and like, yeah, there's just so much in this song
I don't know,
where,
that's what I sound like.
Yeah, sorry to say it, but no, what was it? It was like, I didn't even want to go out, but I did anyways because I thought it'd help, kind of thing. Where it's like, there have been so many times where I've had friends invite me out to like the club or something, and they're just like, come out. I'm so hesitant to go, but like I end up going either because I don't want to disappoint them or because I think like, oh, like I'll end up having fun, right? And I do like a little
Right.
bit, but overall, it's like, I don't know, like it's just you get to that point where it's just like, 2 a.m. you're on some stranger's lawn and you're like, bro, what, like, why am I here? Like, what am I doing? Like,
Yeah, I didn't even want to go out tonight, and now I don't know where I am.
yeah, and there's just been nights like that where you're just like, this is a mistake. And it's the worst like moment when you realize that, where you're like, I messed up. I should not have gone out. Like, now I'm stuck out here. I'd been drinking. I've got to like walk home or something. Like, and yeah, and
Find
I
out where
think,
I am first.
yeah, and it's just like, it's just terrible. And I think like the instrumental for this is just so gorgeous. Like, just that basic guitar. His voice is so good. Like, he just really captures those feelings, and I just love how like real and just raw it is, and
Yeah.
just how simple of a song it is too. I'm trying to remember. It was like a brother, from last month, where what was kind of holding it back was like there was just like a few parts of the song that just really hit, and that made like other parts kind of seem like a little like toned down, And I feel
Yeah.
like that's where this song is a little bit, where some parts just really stuck out, and it made those other just. Well, I mean, like, what was? Oh, I'm trying to think. Was it like your Nick D song, where it was like the chorus is really good, but it makes the like verse kind of like Monday? Oh no, it was
Yeah.
Alone, wasn't it? Wasn't it Alone?
No. I mean, kind of. I like the chorus a lot on most songs, but the Nick D song, I did say like the chorus is really what held it. The verse was okay, but the chorus carried.
Yeah. So.
This song was actually top three on for me out of songs you added.
Mm,
Um, I think Chemical and Stuntman by Tyler were higher, but
mhm.
I did listen to this one. Obviously, it was the first song on the playlist, so I did listen to it the most, but I did like it the most, or top three most out of all the songs you added.
Well, I'm glad. Yeah, it's a good one. All right. Next, we have a song that might sound familiar to those of you that watched the first episode. Is
Next
Whoa
two songs are going to sound like they got stolen.
by C Money.
Money.
It's so good.
I'm not complaining.
Me neither. I'll listen to it again.
I'm making
Moaning.
this bread, I'm stacking this dough, so baby, let's toast. Nah, I don't vape, I'm off the drink, I don't blow O's. Mama had told me them demons ain't real, but I left in a ghost. Hop in the cat, I feel like the captain, cause this shit a boat. They know who I am, and shaking no hands, they already know. I walk through the door, I see me a hoe, and I was like, whoa. She taking my hand, she touching my pants, I know how it go. I gave her my coat, she said that she cold, she play in the snow. I'm used to the cold, I'm from Hawaii, oh, my necklace froze. Got a cold for too, no I can't.
I'm just gonna play just that chorus too, because the chorus is like what really does the song for me. Like, I love his verse, and we've talked about it so much. I love his verse, and like he flows. This is the part of the song where like he raps the fastest and really shows that skill. His rhyme switch up's really good, but like the chorus is just what gets me. This every time I listen to it, the chorus is what makes it an S tier for me. Like, it is one of the best choruses I've heard in a rap song. easily. And
And if you
like,
want to hear the verses, go check out our other videos.
good plug. And like, and like part of it's like what you said, where when it hits on that beat every time he hits that, like just bows, like oh, it's like he just
Yeah.
hits it hard. But also like I think that just like guitar in the background as he's doing this just makes it very much seem like it's like it feels like it'd be such a cold like fighter entrance song, you know?
Yeah.
Like I could just picture someone walking into like a bar or like like the fight ring or somewhere just ready to like mess stuff up with this song playing, and like this is such a good hype song, and like and that's just like the feel of it. And then you get into like the lyrics where like what he's saying and stuff, like what was it, like mama told me um was it mama
Mama
told me
told
don't,
me them demons ain't real, but I
but I
left in a
left in a
ghost.
ghost, like. and then of
Hard.
and then of course, oh my gosh, when he says um my baby too cold, she needed my coat, she play in the snow, I'm from the Mayo, or what was it, like I
I'm
don't
used
get
to the
cold,
cold. I'm
used to
from
the cold, I'm
Hawaii.
from the
My
Mayo, my
necklace
necklace
froze.
froze, like so much there, and it's just so good and so
No, I
simple,
don't vape. I don't
but
drink.
like
I don't
goes so
blow.
hard. And so yeah, it's an S tier. It'll, if when it comes down to end of the year type stuff, I might bring this back up for like contention for all time of the year, because
It's a banger song. It really is.
and then if you put it like with the album, to end an album with this statement maker of a song just boosts it even more for me, like to just be like, this is what, like what he said, like remember me by kind of thing.
Plus, if you think about how it was made, he made this. His cousin said he made this on, his AirPods on his phone. He recorded it all himself. He edited it all himself. Like he did all of it by himself.
And
But it sounds like a professional song.
this
It
one probably sounds
sounds
the most professional too, I'd say.
like you did point out it doesn't have like ad libs or anything, which I
Mhm.
didn't even realize until you pointed it out.
Yeah,
But
ruined the
besides
song
that,
for
it
you.
sounds like yeah, I hate it. Uh, it's besides that, it sounds like a professional, quality made song, and the fact that it can be an S tier song and it was made, on a phone with some
True,
headphones, it's insane.
true. Yeah, it's such a good song, and I feel like it's one that we'll probably be talking about for a while on these videos.
It's gonna be in my next month one too.
No, that's not that's against the rules. All right, and then to end my S tier is one that you may have heard before.
You'll watch our other videos.
Hasta la Vista, by Arizona Zervas.
I hate how
Zervas.
you said that.
Hasta la
Hasta la
Vista.
vista.
Hasta la Vista.
Want some
By
Quezzo with that?
Arizona.
I told her hasta la vista. She don't got no visa, but she bad. I keep her moaning like Lisa. She a diva, and she call me Johnny, cause I got cash. Hey, yeah, I'm stacking my chips like it's Frito-Lay. We get them bottles for free, we don't pay. I took her home with me up to the hills. She probably thought we was leaving LA. Paid it in full. I took that shit right up off of the lot. She brought some friends, we hop in the bands. I'm already drunk, but I don't wanna stop. I don't wanna stop. She like me a lot. I'm rocking no ring, but I can't tie no knot. She giving me top, then I got a jet. She know that I got a bag to go get. I told her hasta.
So good. And like I think what makes it an S tier is literally just that trumpet. Like that trumpet goes so hard for me for some reason.
Trumpet carries for you hard.
That trumpet carried hard. Also, the beat's good though. It's just like in general, but
I guess it's like okay in other places, but the trumpet's the
the
best.
those drums are okay. I do like that chorus though, where he's like, she called me Johnny, like Elvis, Mona, like like. But no, I just like the first time I heard it when he was just like, I got her moaning like Lisa, and like she called me Johnny because I got that cash. I was like, oh, oh my goodness, what? Like what?
Yeah,
Did
you
you
just
say?
turned into an 80-year-old woman. That's crazy.
I was like, what? What? I was like, goodness. I
I started
legit,
woofing. Wow.
I started the song. He said that, and I restarted the song about 4 times. I listened to that chorus about like 4 or 5 times before I heard like the first verse.
The chorus carries hard. That's what I do. That's how
But
I pick my
that's how I
songs.
pick my. That's how you always know it's an unstoppable song. Is the chorus goes that
Because
hard.
the chorus is hard and the verses are okay.
But yeah, and then like there's also some really good wordplay in the verses. I mean, like I said, check our other video. In verse 2, he says, she called me Johnny, but I'm more like Elvis. I'm up in the place rocking my pelvis. Like I love a
Yeah.
good Elvis pelvis bar. And yeah, I
I love Elvis's pelvis.
I think the only reason it's above Whoa for me is the trumpet. In all honesty, I think it's just the beat. The beat carries a little harder.
I love a great beat. I love a great trumpet. I used to play the trumpet. Such a good sound.
Yeah.
Trumpet and saxophone they're two of the top sounds of all time.
When it's like you said, I'm surprised you don't see that more in like rap music and stuff because it's such a good sound.
And it's something no one's expecting, but it can make it flow really well.
Yeah,
Like it can add a level of depth that no one's expecting.
we'll have to hit up Post Malone for his new album. Tell him to put a song on there. So,
We could do a review for him.
yeah, if any of you watching have Post Malone's contact info, let us know. And
if you are Post Malone, please email me.
No, if you actually are Post Malone though, don't say anything. Like, just drop your contact info.
Don't do that.
For everyone watching, we want this video to blow up.
Go to.
We want this video to blow up because Post Malone's phone number's on it.
That'd be terrible.
Crazy. I watched the latest John. I started the latest John Mulaney like stand-up special he had for Netflix, and in it he said apparently like Pete Davidson changes his number like every few months.
I wouldn't be surprised if most.
And I was like,
do that.
that's such a Pete Davidson thing to do though. Like I don't know why he said that, and I was like, yeah, I know. Like that's the first time I've heard it, but I know.
If I was a celebrity and someone got my number, I'd probably just keep my number.
I would.
I'm getting calls every 5 seconds, and I already don't answer calls, so just continue to not answer calls.
You're telling me while you're watching Dave on Hulu on your phone, you want to get interrupted by a call every 5 seconds?
It keeps playing. I mean, it's a tiny little drop down.
Oh, then yeah, you're fine, bro. Samsung boop. For the win, I guess. Yeah, boop. Dang.
Boop.
You just won't be able to hear anything in the show.
I don't even have the sound on, so I wouldn't. It vibrates a little bit, but I like that. I'm autistic, so.
We were watching Twilight the other day, and there was one scene, and like at the beginning when like Edward's all awkward, and I was like, either this man's a vampire or he's autistic. Yeah. Well, that's my tier rankings with a little color commentary afterwards for you guys.
With a little off-topic talking.
If you like the off-topic talking, let us know. We'll do more of that. Or not. I don't know. We'll wing it. We'll see what happens.
We can also start streaming together again. And,
oh my
you can
gosh!
Get some off-topic content then too.
It's been forever since we've done that. We might have to get back into that. But only if you guys promise to watch. But no.
Or don't. I'm still gonna do it anyways.
So make sure you watch all of this video.
No.
No. Thanks for watching though, and make sure to keep an eye out for part 3, where everything comes together and we rank all 10, and Unstoppable gets to have all 5 of his at the very bottom once again.
And no.
All right. Later, dude.
Later.